Okay, in theory, we're live. Can chat hear us?
Also, put the screen share back up since it moved channels, by the way.
Oh no. Hold on.
Yeah, okay. So, like I was saying, we have a very special run, 4-player race of easy to very hard in Tetris Attack. You can see the runners' names on the run and on the screen, not the run. But before we go ahead and do that, we have a donation incentive poll for the next run, deciding which Pokemon Tayman is going to be using for the entire run of S-Hard on Pokemon Puzzle League. Currently, we have Bulbasaur in the lead with $33, Pikachu in second with $20, and Squirtle third last with $10. So if you like to affect that, you have about 50 minutes to do so, give or take. Actually, a lot less than that. I was thinking of a different run. So you have about 30 minutes or so to get that in. And lastly, we have the Witness randomizer, a Sigma randomizer run by IHNN. It's going to be on the Expert, which is going to contain all sorts of crazy stuff that you are going to want to see, and you'll want to see more of it. So please, let's reach the donation total of $750 by the end of the next run, so that we can see those extras. And if we don't meet it by the start of the run, but we can meet it by roughly an hour and a half into the run, then we'll have IHNN do just the cave section. So hope you guys can get your donations in for that. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and let everyone introduce themselves.
I'm like being smart.
Oh my! I'm Forky. I'm gonna be commentating. You guys heard me during the last run. I'm super looking forward to this. Yeah.
I'm K-Man. I'm already upset about this.
I'm Lunar Chimera.
I'm for Pro 21.
I am S1X/6, which is just going to be commentating all of this action because there's going to be so many things to look at in not enough time.
True. We got 4 playing fields that are happening. Since this is the versus com difficulties, we're essentially looking at a playing field, so there's going to be a lot to look over. We'll start pretty soon here, but our category is easy to very hard, which is going to be all the difficulties back to back. So we're going to be seeing strats change as we get into the higher difficulties. But we'll get into more about that. We can explain the changes and a little bit more of the mechanics as we start here. But is everyone ready to go?
Let's boogie.
Yeah, pretty much.
Let's do it.
All right, I'll count it down. 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh boy.
Hooray.
This mode, dude.
Alrighty, we have the first English release of this game, Tetris Attack, a Yoshi's Island skin of the original game paneled upon. As I mentioned, we have easy to very hard. We're going to be seeing 4 difficulties in total. The first one's going to be featuring 10 stages, the second one being 11 stages, and our last 2 difficulties will both be 12 stages in total. 6, do you want to explain a little bit of how this game works for those who are unfamiliar?
Alright, the gameplay of this game is, at least in the single-player versus mode, is simple. Have your opponent top out before you do, and ideally in a speedrun setting, you want to assist that as fast as possible by sending attacks with as much garbage as needed as fast as possible.
And And we already got our first groan here. We're gonna be hearing a lot from that. You can call Tayman Mr. Hello because he'll probably greet you about 20 times throughout the run. But as this is a puzzle game, there's a good amount of RNG, and these easy opponents aren't gonna be doing much. There's a simple game plan that each one of these runners is looking for. I believe.
Oh, please let me know. I wish I knew how to do this one.
I think the sweet spot's around like 7 to 9 garbage blocks, and a good way to see this is you're going to be doing chains and combos and piling up as fast as you can. Preferably, you're looking for a lot of 5 and 6 combos because those stack very nicely and don't produce a lot of shake time, which is like buys your opponent time to basically stay alive. So easy mode, they're not going to do a lot. You're just trying to do the basic here. Sometimes you might get unlucky and they clear, or you might drop a chain and you might have to send a little bit more. But everyone on Poochie right now, we have a pretty even race so far, and that's what you expect to see within easy mode.
I haven't fallen behind by a stage yet. Yeah.
The cursor is so slow, and so every time they clear, it's so painful. It's because easy mode is so slow.
I feel like I've already won. Yes.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Not only are they slow, there's a game level in this game too, to where when we do hit hard mode specifically, the game's gonna speed up a little bit too. So not only you gotta wait for the opponent to like do stuff, and it's gonna take them longer to die, your blocks are all clearing a little bit slower, which is nice because you'll most likely not drop your chains and combos, but it just takes so much longer. That's why you see like average kill times being a lot quicker on like hard mode as opposed to easy and normal.
Most of the troll clears are at least canceling each other out over all of the racers, though. It's at least converging towards like who's actually sending everything in one attack without dropping the chain.
Pretty much.
Big block falls, little blocks fall.
Mm-hmm.
Chains, get them in about 15-20 seconds all in easy mode is ideal.
Yeah, the world record in this category is around like a 5:27, I want to say, or maybe even lower than that now, which is like, I think it averages around 11 or 12 second kills, which is kind of crazy. So you usually won't see anything close to that in RTA run. In fact, you hardly ever see anyone get close to world records. But I mean, this is probably a good segue to introduce some of our players right now, starting with FFR Pro at the top right, who he set a world record in super hard that still is the world record for Pokemon Puzzle League, and he is currently our back-to-back champion for our speedrun tournaments. And this is like a preview because we actually been doing qualifying all month for a Tetris Attack speedrun tournament, which is going to start signups close in 2 days, and it's gonna basically start a week after that. So he is definitely one of the people to beat as he's going to try to get the three-peat here. But I mean, we have a lot of really good competitors on this four-way race right now. Do you want to talk a little bit about Tayman and what he's accomplished, Six?
Tayman has dominated the racing scene in the at least in the Pokemon Puzzle League side. In the Tetris Attack scene, it's a little bit more competitive and even, but he's still one to be very feared, as he is the first one into Raven right now, doing a very good job of blending combos and chains within chains to try and get the fastest attack possible.
I gotta give props to Tay a lot for, like, ever since he joined the community. I believe it was like 5 years ago now. He's made a lot of improvements since then. He's only one of 3 unique winners of our speedrun series. So, you know, that's a hard category to be in, considering FFR Pro and Cards have won 6 of the 7. So good stuff to Tay there. We'll pop down to I Like Being Smart at the bottom right, which is Nicole, very long time member of the community. Already ran Woods earlier on stream today, and always a surprise. And she's made some deep late runs in tournament, speed running and PvP wise. Nicole can't be slept on, as we see all the runners are pretty close here at the beginning too. We're almost to the end of easy mode, by the way.
3 simultaneous stage 9 victories. In easy mode, it ends in stage 10. Let's see who's gonna be the first out of this mode.
And we have like a lot of sync going on right now too. I actually couldn't tell you who's going to be finishing first of this easy mode right now.
That's just fast enough to troll. Everyone's weaving in their initial chains. The plants are similarly low, it's just who has the follow-up combos.
Oh my god.
I think FFR does.
Oh, yeah, that slight lead. We had
All right.
clears coming on both of the other piranhas. So, all right, FFR going to be taking the lead here from the get-go, which can be a little bit good, but we have a lot more difficulties left here. We have Tay, Lunar pretty much finishing at the same time, and Nicole not too far behind here. You can easily make up a comeback of one stage here, especially with
menuing.
yeah, menuing, and then I mean we got normal and hard still,
Oh.
but V hard anything can happen. We'll just say that.
Forgot there's menuing. I accidentally went to marathon.
We will say, at least the rules for the community, when we do these type of races, after you beat the last opponent, typically that's where you would time if you're doing a single difficulty. But you wait for a fade to white, and then it'll start to fade to black. And once that happens, each player can reset at that point, and then start to go with the next. And traditionally, we always go easy to be hard, all in order to get progressively harder.
Entertainment almost selects the marathon mode there. A little bit of menuing loss, but entering, I think, third out of these runners starting normal mode now.
It
A
wouldn't
little
be.
bit faster.
I wouldn't put it past Tay to accidentally select the wrong difficulty or the wrong mode.
It's happened many times.
Many times. But who hasn't it happened to be honest?
Sam,
Yeah.
pretty sure I did it last week.
Yeah, normal mode is going to be pretty similar to easy mode for the most part.
Can you guys?
Better.
Shout outs to Tay. Yeah, they're gonna probably troll you maybe a little bit more, but the speeds are pretty much the same still. They move a little bit faster. Your game plan's still pretty much like even, I would say at least. But, I should finish off because we were at the end of Easy Run and I didn't give Lunar a little bit of his spotlight, so we can talk about him a little bit. He's actually the newest member of the community of the four here by a lot. I believe, was it last year or 2 years ago, Lunar, that you joined in?
Years ago, about 2 years ago, year and a half.
And Lunar is
PPL 2 years ago.
Lunar is definitely the dark horse, not only of this race,
cool.
but usually of the tournaments. But Lunar
Perfect.
has shown a lot of improvement the past 2 years and actually secured your first top 8 finish in the most previous tournament. So I'm looking forward to what Lunar can do in this race and in the future when the tournament does happen, which I highly recommend you guys all watch because the Tetris Attack tournaments, it's so unpredictable. We have many upsets that can happen.
I agree, the bar has been set so high by everybody. By the way, Lunar taking a slight lead after a bit of a trolley chain drop into more chains from FFR's side. Kills all over the place. Yeah, the lead's going to shift many more times than this.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, this definitely won't be the last of it. This is actually a really popular race category for us recently, too, because our qualifiers for this month involved getting your best time in all 4 modes. So it was good practice to just do easy to V hards as well. And we thought it was just the perfect time to showcase this off.
Right. Not bad.
You're going to have variants in every single mode. So we're going to see those lead swaps happen as they've already happened quite a bit. I think every person's probably actually held the lead at some point. Like, I mean, I guess at the very beginning, that's bound to happen.
Don't care, I'll take it.
I think racing is actually more interesting than just trying to set a PB. More about your average run than your luckiest run. Very much more of a test of, like, mental ability and skill and determination.
Right.
I would definitely agree with that. If you,
Yes.
it kind of presents the situations if you do get the bad RNG, what can you do with it? Or if you know that you have a lead, how your gameplay will change up eventually when that goes on. Because there are a lot of different strategies you can employ with this game. And you can get pretty unlucky at times too. Shouts to
I'm not
V-Hard
trying
once
to-
again.
Oh, FFR trying to cut off the chain at the perfect time for Fish as he was currently leveled, but then he levels down
What?
one more to avoid getting killed. Now has to
Oh
spend
boy.
like 10 to 15 more seconds trying to get him
Alright.
again.
Alright, I'll take that.
You can hear the frustrations already kicking in. Very common thing for race nights on Friday. Everyone just lets it out.
Yeah,
This
this
thing
is
kill
the
by
calm
frames.
EG version of this, honestly, right now.
You miss a
True,
kill by
true.
frames, it can cost you multiple seconds.
Oh, I forgot how to play the game.
Yeah, just a little bit slow, just barely missing something, or just like sending a 7 combo instead of a 6 combo can add just enough shake for someone to downstack. You see FFR getting a little bit unlucky there in Raphael. He had to send 9 lines to top off, which is a little bit above average
Ooh,
there,
okay.
but still
Alright.
manages to get an impressive 17 seconds. So Lunar has still been keeping the lead here as we're getting into what we call the cave, which normally is 4 stages. Normal's is going to have 3 stages featured here.
It normally has 3 stages. Good one,
All right.
Six.
We have disqualified
I
Tayman
approve.
from the race. So
Yes!
Come
Let's
on,
go.
why would you downstack it like that?
Oh,
Thanks for hanging
Oh,
around me.
dude.
Okay.
for anyone who knows Tay, we're lucky to have him in this race currently in the first place because of prior actions that occurred.
Well, there's
Stop clearing.
4 corners of trolling right now, especially on FFR's side.
Dude, this one sucks right now.
I love having the racers talk during this too. You can just full on hear it. You love this game, but you also hate this game when you play it. So that's why
absolutely.
me and Six are just having a blast right now because we don't have to worry about this ourselves. We can just sit back and watch you guys suffer the whole time.
You wanna drop my garbage? Gotta get one of those in.
This has got to be the best seat. Lure and Tame entering plant first. Both of them getting a sufficient amount of
Oh,
combos,
thank
but
God.
Taman's plant just going low and finding clears. But that rat-a-tat-a-tat of all those extra combos is what's clear to get on the victory. Also, I saw FFR beat plant by literally 1 frame, 1 more frame, and would have done another clear. Those are always the scariest moments.
They're the scariest, but also the most satisfying. You're like, yes, I just barely got it. You can breathe a sigh of relief. But we see Kamek for the
Thank
first time,
God.
who does not exist in easy mode. And this is going to be our last stage of normal mode now. Let's see. We had FFR who had the lead after easy, and Lunar dominating
Perfect
normal
attack.
mode.
Nice.
A lot
really
of perfect
good.
attacks. FFR not far behind. Taman's about to go down. Yeah, very pretty even normal.
Nicole just entered Kamek, but I actually made up quite a bit of time to get to this point too. So we could see Nicole getting back into the shift of swapping with the lead. I'm actually very surprised how tight this is at the beginning here, though. We've had a lot of like leads only within 5 seconds for a majority of normal.
I didn't send enough. Good. Good.
Yeah, I disagree with that.
Of course,
Yeah,
no
get in
chain
those-
off the garbage. What a surprise.
Get in those follow-up
What
attacks.
were you doing, controller?
You think you sent enough? Just send 3 more lines anyway.
Okay, that we recovered it.
Also, my best thing about this stream is you will hear Tayman negotiating with the game and his controller half the time. Hopefully he gets a good deal and they pay him back dividends.
Negotiations have been ongoing for years right now.
They
Still
just
a
won't
better-
budge, man.
Dude, still a better chance of a successful outcome than the negotiations between MLB and the Players Association.
No. I thought you were gonna make a different sports joke, like with the Bengals or something.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't do that to you, Porky. I only did it
Poor
once.
Bengals.
I
They
won't
should've
do it.
won.
Next week, maybe. Hey, we were happy they got there, but you know that's a topic for another time because we got quite the juicy race going on right now.
Yeah, we have entered the highest speed level the game will play at. Now, now things are popping very efficiently. Now we can see like 10-second cheese kills in best of situations. As Taman just does that, as I say that.
Look at those sinks. Like, even Nicole's at the bottom. Win. We have a very tight race right now. The lead is within 1 second between 3 people. Holy moly.
Finally, got one. Jeez.
This is why I love Tetris Attack, because it's so satisfying, because most of the time they're all like sub 20-second kills too, and like the lead can just swap back and forth. And there we go, FFR with the 12-second kill. Very nice by him. He's going to be taking the lead back first time since normal mode.
Very good series of quick kills from everybody. The difference is just like how many extra combos and chains you weave in on a shorter block of time, which is what separates maybe the kind of good players from the really good players. That efficiency of sending dark to decks.
Yeah, don't kill myself.
Feelings.
Why are you on the second line?
I messed up. That's fine.
There's so many ways you gotta analyze the board just so you can get, you know, the perfect sends and send enough combo garbage or leave yourself enough panels to try to look and get it. And these 4 players are definitely pros at doing that.
You have to have multiple eyes looking at your side and their side, extending your chain if you see they're getting very low. But it's very, very difficult to adapt like that with the speed this plays at.
Oh,
Alright.
thanks. Appreciate that.
You have a general sense of how many lines to send per stage, but sometimes it just happens to be this one time he just sent literally the entire field.
No!
So Lunar was 1 line short there for a second, but the opponent was fortunately not able to get it clear. He ends up passing FFR, but Tate ends up passing Lunar right before that. So now we got Tate by the half-second lead, where FFR is only down by 2 seconds.
I'm pretty sure I pressed that button.
There we go. More of that, please, game. To catch up here.
Cool.
Also, we're putting Tate's controller on trial after the race.
I see what Taman did there. If you're quote-unquote good enough, you can frame perfect, like, break a chain or a slide that you wanted to do, make it a swap instead. Suffering from success.
I don't go for the swag as much in Tetris Attack. It's a lot harder to pull off.
It definitely is. The engine, at least for me, feels a lot more strict in this game. Also, FFR is just doing the craziest stuff I've ever seen in my life over there with those combos and lag chains. That 14-second time was well deserved.
One of the few times you get rewarded for good gameplay.
Sure, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, it feels so good.
Not have that there, please.
So much of it is dependent on
Reward me!
what the opponent's stack looks like when the garbage block drops, how they choose to downstack, how they choose to peel it out,
There we go.
what clears they see and go for.
Oh, nice crush on Nicole's screen at the bottom. Had to be 10 lines, which is a little bit unfortunate, but Nicole had the vision and awareness to do so.
Are trying to use a bunch of small blocks to KO Hook Bill, which can work sometimes.
Woo! Clean.
But it's very, very risky because literally all of those would turn into chainable panels if he got the clear in.
Alright, I'll take that.
That's the worst. If you'll see that a little bit for very hard later on when the opponents are a little bit faster, might get those clears. They'll just start chaining and wasting so much time on you. But you can get away with that a lot in hard mode as long as you have sin enough. Alright, FFR got a very nice setup here. Cutting it off at a 4 chain, and he's got a lot of combos to follow up afterward. This should be a really good kill, barring a clear. Let's see.
That downstack's gonna have some shake time, but no clears immediately after, and so I call that a quick kill on Plant easily.
FFR definitely been heating up in this hard mode right now. He's looking to potentially push a full stage lead lead coming up here soon. But Lunar and Tay not far behind.
Very, very low plant on Lunar's side, which is just unfortunate. Also unfortunate that the garbage just falls right into extra chains as well.
Oh yeah, this is very unfortunate for the Lunar's side now. I mean, you'll see this every once in a while. You just get into these, like the opponent doesn't have a lot, maybe ends up getting a clear, and you just don't have a lot of panels to send the follow-ups to the 45-second. Not going to be ideal.
You're not as punished for that in hard, but it can come up in V-hard, as we will see momentarily. We are entering the Bowser.
Alright, Bowser's first appearance on stream. Biggest troll of the run for both of these difficulties, obviously being the last stage. He's going to be the most advanced AI. Looks like FFR has a pretty good setup. Bowser doing some combos.
Trying to find some light games and combos, but Bowser also down stacks to like the third row. Follow-ups might get him here.
He got so greedy going to make that probably a 5 combo, but he's going to go for the other blue at the bottom too.
Alright, I'll take that.
But 29-second there from FFR Pro, maintaining this lead at a hard mode. Unfortunately, the clear's delayed a little bit. And look at that, 16 by Tay. Tay's going to be right behind him, heading into V-hard, our final category for the night.
Down start, right, up left, start. V-hard.
All right, we will keep an eye on, you have to hold up and L and then press start over the hard menu to activate V-hard, and you'll see a red background that pops up. So I'm going to keep an eye and make sure everyone does it and make fun of them if they mess up. Okay, don't mess up. Yeah, I think you stuttered a little bit. I think I got his head. Yeah, we got Lunar heading into V-hard right now too. Nicole not too far behind, starting Bowser as well. And you know what? Nicole is not that far out of it because V-hard, literally anything can happen. The cave is so trolly that you can see Bowser's go up to 3 minutes if you're unlucky enough.
V-hard is just hard with extra frustration.
Oh, let's go!
Uh-oh. We hear FFR popping off. I'm ready to see what this kill is. Is it a sub 10?
Lag chain into 10-second bump dekill. That's solid.
Quite juicy there.
Alright. All of us are in V-hard. Congrats. Alright.
Oh, okay, Bumpty, can we, like, not...
Now is when the complaints begin.
Yep.
Okay, whatever.
This is where the complaints get in, and because of my low standards, I just start laughing.
We all cope in our own ways. Ooh, is that a good... No, it's a bad dog going FFR bind. Stop time by chaining. Didn't waste too much time, though.
Apparently I can't play this game.
We got a little bit of a separation between all 4 of the players right now. They're kind of layered a little bit evenly here. We see stage 4, stage 3, stage 2. And then Nicole just getting past Lakitu right now. But in theory, you're probably only down like by a minute or a little more than a minute right now, which that can easily
Frankly,
go away.
it's totally fine with how bad my early game generally is compared to these guys, so...
Taman catching up on the doggo because he gets him in one attack. I would say that in race situations, it's safer to go for a little bit of overkill rather than trying to go for an exacta kill in like a PB grind mindset. But they can work sometimes.
Yeah, I agree, especially with a little bit of the late opponents. Like me personally, in a race format, I will opt to do a little bit more of a chain, even if it maybe doesn't give me the quick kill. But if you see someone like a Kamek or a Bowser and you send only combo garbage and they manage to get that clear, good luck, because they're going to just send you like an 11 chain back at you and produce so much lag in the game that you're going to be sitting there for years.
All the beautiful pillars for the frog kill.
That's a good kill for me.
You're like seeing pillars that the AI is just going to like try and downstack one at a time, especially if there's multiples of them.
What is stop time, please? Come on, man.
That is a good question, Tay. Stop time, if you guys are unfamiliar, is a hidden timer in this game to which where you get topped off. You have a certain amount of time to react, and you can do chains and combos to increase your stop time counter to make you live more. And that's why you see when someone gets topped off, they don't die immediately because they are delaying.
This is why when the AI makes an incidental chain from like garbage falling down, it has such a great chance of buying them more time to make another clear, and it can just snowball into that happening multiple times. And you can have them topped off for like 30 seconds, and they'll just keep finding ways to buy time. Tetris Attack.
No, you just get to keep doing stuff. I know it's not done yet.
It's fun.
We will see increasingly more examples of this.
We see, FFR, that could have
expecting
been a lot more dangerous on Lunchfish. I'm glad he could get the kill at 22 seconds there. Because stages 7 and 8 are a little bit awkward on VHard. Typically, you want to send a little bit more than a couple of the stages before it, just because they're a little bit quicker on clearing. So you can get unlucky and they just clear everything on their screen. You have to send like 10 or 11 lines. So that's something you really got to be careful with fighting Lunchfish and Raphael.
Saw that frame perfect swap by FFR to keep that chain going.
Oh yeah, you love to see that.
Or in his instance, even when they did raise their stack afterward, they had an instant clear at the top. But he's going to clean it up very nicely for a 24-second. FFR, 4 stages left. He's entering his final cave for this race. And this is where everything can change. FFR up by a decent amount, but there's a chance he could even finish last place in this race still.
Yeah, cave sucks. Literally, my splits for easy to V hard. My end V hard split is just saying caves suck.
Pretty much.
Why do you give the AI that clear there? Oh, of course, 2 frames of stop time left.
So this is like the one point in all these difficulties where you actually see the AI program pretty different to where they were kind of just like focusing clears and combos earlier, and now they're actually going to start focusing on chains. And look at that crush kill there on FFR side, 26 seconds. He needed all of those lines.
Be aware of setting those follow-up attacks if they're like, don't have any matches, get them before they can raise their stack, and clear like 9 rows of garbage, and then you just feel sad.
A little bit of the plus side of these cave stages, since they do prioritize some chaining, they might drop their chains a little bit early, and you can afford to send a little bit of a quick attack here, which you're going to see FFR do, but unfortunately, instant clear coming out there on Piranha's side.
Oh, dude.
And chains and shake time, which is the formula for stalling for a long time, and a chain up on top where the garbage was popping.
And a second tier clear to follow up, and some more chaining. All right, this is an opportunity for all of our other players. We see Nicole and Lunar going to be entering the cave soon, and Tay also on Piranha right now. Fortunately for FFR, he's going to finally get that kill 44 seconds, but this is Tayman's opportunity to strike right now. If he can have a really quick Piranha kill, he is right back in it.
Not Bird?
Rocks with good timing, but Plant has some down stacks into chains.
Also, nice 15 by Lunar there to enter in the cave. It is very hard to get a 15 or lower second on Raphael.
Yeah.
On everything.
Obviously.
Challenge this one for me.
Shouts to Bumping, man.
Pepper trying another short attack, but Kamvik has the chains again.
Doing some down stacking. The shake time's going to buy just enough to get those blue clears. Tayman's moving on from Piranha. This looks like a pretty good kill setup here, though. Not going to be a lot of time, and there's the frame perfect kill once again. Alrighty, FFR in the driver's seat. One last round for him in this race. Once he beats Bowser, the second he dies, that will be time for FFR.
Time for the Destroyer Speedrunner's Dreams.
Okay.
We've seen 8-second Bowsers. We've seen 5-minute Bowsers. What are we going to be seeing for FFR right now?
No.
He's dropping it quick.
Tries to send 4 lines.
Yeah.
Bowser has chains. It was a good attempt.
Oh my god, stop.
Bowser try to kill Bowser in like 12 seconds. Is there enough
No,
time
what
to
did
get
you
in
do,
here?
dude? That's right. Get wrecked.
Oh, he got rid of... Okay, so he's going to have the chain there at the bottom. He used basically everything he had, so if this follow-up comes in, yep, that does it for
Wow.
FFR, and that's time for him. Very nice run there. FFR, once he took that lead back in hard mode, he did not let up, and he has won this race with a low 31-minute time, I believe, or maybe even a sub-31, depending on
Very
some
nice
of the
job.
delays.
Taven in the driver's
it was,
seat for second place, but...
It was 31-03
Havoc.
on my splits.
Ah, okay.
So,
We done, Kamek?
Yeah.
We done?
Yeah, Taze Kamek, we were looking away. It's going over 1 minute. We can see a little bit of a snipe here because we got Lunar all of a
Still
sudden.
He's still finding shake time. This is just what happens sometimes.
Cave is why I only speedrun this game during qualifier season.
You have them topped off for a minute.
So bad.
That is a completely fair statement.
Find ways to stall like that.
also, Teamman did have a 4-minute Bowser prior to this race. Looks like he's going for another one.
Lunar made up a minute because of that. Was entering Bowser not too long after Taman.
I think he's probably due for a good race then. I hope for his sanity we don't see another 4-minute Bowser. But this is going to be a close race between him and Lunar. This is actually not a bad spot for Che. He's going to have all this
Punched? Nice, okay.
all this combo
okay.
garbage falling.
Rush? Yeah, get
Met
wrecked.
my goal of going to Bowser before everyone finished.
Sure.
I am satisfied.
29 Bowser. I'll take it.
Because Bowser just cleared really badly and he ran out of moves.
We're seeing that for a lot of the Bowsers of the of each player.
Same for Lunar, just barely.
That's a PB for me.
Is it? Hey!
No, wait, no, it wasn't. Dang.
Oh.
Look at the wrong spot. Sorry, it's not.
Oh my, okay. You
It's
let
close.
all our hopes up. How dare you?
It was close.
Okay, maybe it wasn't, but that was still very, very solid.
It was the gold Bowser, though.
Hey,
Nice.
that is
Nice.
nice.
There is one more Bowser that needs to be defeated.
Yeah, really
Working
quick.
on
Ty did send in a donation of $50
Let's go, Ty!
Oh, shout out to Ty.
Cool, thank you.
that says, enjoying this 4-person race on this totally very good game of Tetris Attack. Thanks for hosting, and here's Hurricane Eye Relief. And that went towards using Squirtle for PPL. So Squirtle now leads.
We see where his allegiance lies now.
I got conched. Okay. Cool. Minute 8 Bowser. That's kind of gross, but that's okay.
Dude, I think pretty much everyone crushed their Bowser. I'm pretty sure Lunar's was technically a crush too, even though he kind of ran out of time. But Bowser just getting rid of all his panels. GG's from everyone. That was a very close race through and through. I'm glad we got to witness that.
Well, GG's, everybody.
GG's.
And there were so many other little techniques that we probably didn't even get to because of all the little things that can go on and all the little micro things that can improve your ability even further. But if you want to know more about that, should we refresh the place where we constantly do that and complain about it?
Yes, of course. You guys can look us up on Puzzle Speedrun on Twitch. Our Discord is the League of Puzzle Speedrunners, where usually Friday nights we do races, and we're going to have a lot of content these next couple of months because our group stages will be starting in March. So you'll hear a lot more in-depth analysis, and you're going to be seeing one-on-ones rather than 4 people, which these races are hype, but maybe you can pay attention more and kind of dissect what's happening. I highly recommend it. You have like literally the best players in the world who are going to be in that tournament. Like, if you look at the leaderboards of like the top 5 times, like everyone's in that tournament. So I highly recommend checking out that tournament coming up.
As the restreamer, I'm gonna interject and also say that the tournaments that the community produces are like legit production-wise. So if you want to watch some like super primo tournament streams, you should check them out.
Shoutouts to Cards of the Heart for that. He's the one who puts a lot of the layouts together and stuff, and he's done a really good job leveling up over the years and making it look really good. So shoutouts to him for that.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Does anybody have anything else before I have to kick out the Discord bot so Razor can continue to do his hosting duties?
I think we're good. Thanks everyone for watching. We do have one more Puzzle League title. One of my favorites. It's Pokemon Puzzle League. Tayman's gonna be staying on and doing S hard. If you thought this was RNG crazy, just wait until that run. It's gonna be a treat.
Might be.
All right. With that, I'm gonna kick the bot out and we're gonna go to intermission. So, yeah, stick around, guys.
Peace.